I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? Seen your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. Now I wanna get a sausage right up in the whoa, bro. Could I get out with my baby? Smoking on his gas, getting high on the daily, yeah. I'm that bitch cause I'm crazy. Wanna go in and told her I wanna have a baby, yeah. She told me no, that I'm crazy. She just been sleeping around the old town lately, yeah. And I was blind to it, baby. But now that I see the truth, my mind's running hazy, yeah. Yo, what is up, you guys? Hope they're partying like every day is your birthday, because we got another one for you guys today. We got The Point of RE0, a Masterful character study, part 2. If you guys didn't go see part 1, make sure you go check it out before you watch this, or it's not gonna make no sense. But without further ado, we are gonna hop right into this, man. Not gonna have a long intro. Shout out again to Kevin and Naya. Make sure you go show him some love, and let's get to it.
Pain, suffering. When you're in pain, suffering by yourself, and you feel as if no one is there for you, it can lead your mind to a lot of dark places as you begin to convince yourself that no one and nothing can help you. It's a terrifying feeling of isolation where nobody could possibly understand what you're going through. And this can lead you to giving up entirely as you begin to suffocate and feel trapped from the world around. Giving up may be your only option left.
Come on, now don't be saying that.
As the series has shown, giving up is easy. Running away from your problems will never change you to become a better person. You'll stagnate in life and continue the cycle of self-hatred, never learning from your past mistakes. ReZero believes that confronting your problems head-on is the only way forward.
It's the only way to grow, baby. Come on now.
You have to do it all alone. Getting help from others may be seen as a weakness because you feel too useless and inadequate to solve your own problems, but that's not the right way to think. It shouldn't be seen as a weakness, but a strength of character as you start to open up and become vulnerable to the people around you.
See, but in the real world, I feel like it's a lot harder, you guys, because, I don't know, it's hard to help someone else be full when you have to empty yourself. There's a lot of people that are broken people and that are going through tough times in life. It's hard to help others through tough times when you're going through tough times, you know? But that's why we got to, be great people and help each other out on the daily, man. I don't feel like we be showing everybody, we don't be showing each other enough love, man. Get your ass over here, give me a kiss. Let me calm down, because that's not the type of love we really need. But make sure you go tell, show your neighbor some love. Go show, I don't know, a random person some love. I don't know about you guys, but showing someone some love, man, brings just a smile to my face, man, seeing someone else smile.
Sometimes your personal problems can be too big to handle all by yourself, and that's okay. Relying on others is a sign of trust and conveys just how deep your bonds are with them. People want to help each other in times of need, and accepting that help just reaffirms your relationship as you can do the same in return. You should never believe that no one cares for you, because even if one person does, it's possible to make a change. It's never too late to want to live. What matters isn't how you start or what happens in the middle, it's how it ends. Those are the words that Subarus Mother utters to him, and it's so profoundly impactful. It not only serves as an encapsulation of his character, but as a microcosm of the entire series. It's impossible to go through life having everything figured out. You'll stumble along the way, make mistakes, and maybe even drive yourself into a corner where escape seems far, far away. But it's through these failures and mistakes where you can learn from your past experiences and carve out the best future ahead of you. In this episode, Subaru finally learns to be appreciative of what he had. A loving mother and father who cared so much about their son, but were unable to do anything for him. Subaru realizes how much
that's heartbreaking, man. I know his parents. Yeah, I know his parents were going through it with
show his gratitude, which is what makes this episode so bittersweet. Subaru can no longer thank or even talk to his real parents, but it's through his mother's words that he'll never forget them. Throughout the season of ReZero, in terms of progressing the actual
it's enough to make a grown man cry.
Nothing seems to actually get accomplished. The villagers are stuck in the sanctuary, unable to leave due to mysterious circumstances, and back at the mansion, a surprise attack awaits the people who Subaru cares for. He's in a tough place, stuck between freeing the sanctuary and
how you
saving
finna hold that knife to that little girl's throat, man? Kill that bitch!
Spends a lot of time building problems on top of problems for Subaru, and it can feel absolutely overwhelming. While Subaru has learned to overcome his own self-hatred and pity, this season presents a whole new set of obstacles that Subaru has to overcome, and challenges his character in different ways than the previous season. When something goes horribly wrong and Subaru finds himself in a timeline that isn't ideal, the first instinct that he has is to end his life. While it does make sense logically that Subaru can give up his life to achieve a future he wants, it's far from a healthy mindset and even destructive to his own person. For Subaru, dying
every time thing gets hard, bro,
may be one of the easiest choices he has to make. His power of return by death is what has defined his character all throughout the series. Without it, he wouldn't be able to solve any of his problems, or so he thinks. Subaru is fine with taking up all the pain and suffering of each failed loop if it means that he can, by the end, save all the people he loves. But ReZero shows us that Subaru dying over and over again while trying to shoulder all the suffering of the people he cares for isn't the right choice. He's convinced himself that if anyone should die, it has to be him, without even considering the feelings of everyone else around him. Through every single loop, Subaru believes that he is the only one who can save them. But with every failed attempt, it becomes evident that his way of thinking can never be the correct one. Subaru dies because he cares about the people around him and suffers on their behalf, but what he doesn't realize is that those same people care for him the same way he does for them. Trika, Petra, Otto, and so many others will gladly lay their life on the line just to save him. The second trial that Subaru has to go through is all about teaching him that he should learn to value his own life. To throw your own life away just because things don't go your way and have it be taken for granted is horrifying. Especially
it was, though, noble what he was doing, trying to save his friends. But I'm sure there's just, I haven't seen the show, so I can't really say if there was a better way at the time. But I'm sure there definitely was situations he went through where he did do that, and he probably didn't have to. He just saw that as the easiest way out.
Well, that Subaru has to go through is all about teaching him that he should learn to value his own life. To throw your own life away just because things don't go
life's
your
too
way
beautiful to y'all
and
cut it short, man.
Is
the
horrifying,
stars, the clouds,
especially to those
sunny
that
ass
you left
sky.
behind. In the second trial, Subaru gets to experience the aftermath of every failed loop and to see those people that love and care for him in even more pain. He sees that just because he had taken all of their physical pain away by dying, their emotional pain is much more intense. Just because Subaru has good intentions doesn't mean that his way of doing...
Wait, but how does that actually work? Because I thought when he dies, the world resets. So, how exactly is he seeing them? Is it just a quick little flashback and he's able to see a little bit of what happened when he leaves? Or... I don't know, because isn't when the world resets, their mindset resets also, so they don't remember the same things? I don't know. Maybe I should have paid attention.
Just because Subaru has good intentions doesn't mean that his way of doing things is the correct way forward, and upon realizing this, everything that Subaru has done this season seems all for naught. He's back to square one, not having a clue on how to handle all of these overwhelming situations, and it becomes incredibly lonely to deal with. All throughout the whole season, Echidna is painted as a character in which Subaru could talk to and get advice from. She's been watching him all this time and knows what Subaru has gone through. After failing over and over again, dying in the most painful ways imaginable, Subaru feels lost in what to do. But Echidna comforts him, and Subaru realizes that in her ethereal tea party, he can finally talk about the one thing he couldn't do before. Subaru's power of return by death has many advantages going for it, but what's never brought up is the toll for the one using it. All this time, Subaru could never talk about the one important thing, and has to live with the knowledge that no one could ever understand what he's going through.
Man,
It's
shout out to the
painfully
T lady. She a
scary
real
and
one, bro. I thought she was an
undoubtedly
evil
lonely
lady.
for him. So when he finds out that he's able to tell Echidna about this, Subaru breaks down into tears. He had been carrying this weight alone for so long with no one in sight. And
That's a lot to carry, bro. Imagine being the only one who knows you've died like 45 times, man, and reset the world, and you can't talk to nobody about it. That's like being immortal, bro, but you can't tell anyone that you're immortal.
Able to let it all out, it's cathartic. Echidna isn't just able to hear
Damn,
what
she petting his
Subaru
ass,
has
bro.
to say, but the fact that she saw his long, arduous journey all this time and can
A
comfort
hug, you know,
and
could suffice
empathize
too,
with
bro. You ain't got to
Subaru
pet the man. You might
makes
just want
him
to hug.
trust her. This is the one person in Subaru's life so far that he's able to be completely honest with and lay bare all of his pent-up emotions. It's no wonder then, by the end of the first part of this season, Subaru considers her offer. After all, everything he's done to try and solve the problems ahead of him have all miserably failed. But to accept her offer would mean that Subaru would be living his life through the lens and expectations.
Wait, her offer? The fuck kind of offer she giving him?
Comfort and empathize with Subaru makes him trust her. This is the one person in Subaru's life so far that he's able to be completely honest with and lay bare all of his pent-up emotions. It's no wonder then, by the end of the first part of this season, Subaru considers her offer. After all, everything he's done to try and
Y'all
solve
gonna have to
the
let me know the
problems
offer,
ahead of
man.
him have all miserably failed. But to accept her offer would mean that Subaru would be living his life through the lens and expectations of someone else, something that had completely destroyed his life not too long ago. So what's the answer then? What can Subaru do so that he knows
What was
for
the
a
offer?
fact that
I wanna
he
know
can
the
achieve
offer.
a future where everything is all right in the end?
Can't say
The
deal or
answer
no deal
is
without it.
there isn't one, and that's just life. No person can tell you or promise you how to live your life so that you can achieve everything that you want. Life just doesn't work that way. But it's not an excuse to give up. Everyone in their own way will make mistakes. Things will go wrong, and at times, life will be extremely difficult. It's normal to feel anxious about yourself and the things around, but it's with the love and support of those around you can you begin to move forward. Relying on others, especially your friends, is what friends are for. You help each other in times of need. Even if you don't know what the answer to your problems are, it's important to talk about them with the
I'm
people
saying,
who
lean
care for
on
you,
me
so that together you can both find
when
the
you're
answer.
not
Subaru
strong.
finally realizes that he doesn't have to do everything by himself. Through Otto's encouraging words, he's able to find the answer that he had been looking for all this time. If you find yourself lost and don't know what the right path forward is, you should talk to the people who care about you. They might not know what the correct path forward is either, but with their help, you can take comfort in
They
the
can
fact
guide
that
you there,
you don't
man.
have to do it all alone. Just as you shared the happiest moments with them, you shouldn't need to deal with your lowest moments by yourself. You can share the burden because that's what a genuine bond is. With a newfound resolve,
That's what
now
homies
seems
are
ready
for,
to
man.
tackle any obstacle in his way, but in his time of self-reflection, there was a person who was even more lonely and anxious than he was.
No way,
Amelia
really?
on the outset has always been portrayed as a model person who's kind and always tries to understand the people around her. She always puts on a smile on her face even during hard times and tries to think in a positive way. She's portrayed as an almost perfect character in contrast to Subaru with selfless desires and motivations. But slowly, through the second season of ReZero, we start to see how the series chips away at the notion that Amelia is a perfect person.
It's hard to be
I think
perfect all the
Subaru's
time, man.
Confession to Amelia is ReZero's
Damn,
most
Subaru.
important message for anyone watching the series. The episode A Reason to Believe stands as a pillar for hope for anyone who doesn't think highly of themselves, and is the culmination of everything the story has been building up to. ReZero has always been about a series that portrays the inner anxieties of characters and their worst traits. Every person harbors negative thoughts and feelings about themselves, that they're not good enough, or that you don't deserve to be happy because you're a burden
I can
to
feel
those
that.
around you.
I even do that sometimes. I rarely do it anymore. I used to do it a lot more. Like I said, though, I just found my self-happiness. And, y'all, like I said, you gotta love yourself, bro. Because if you don't love you, no one else is gonna love you, man. Because it wouldn't make sense, bro. If nobody likes this cookie and everyone thinks this cookie is shit, even you think the cookie is shit, how you gonna expect anybody else to want to, even try that cookie, bro? You gotta believe that that's a good-ass cookie, and then other people are gonna be like, oh yeah, that is a good-ass cookie. But if you think the cookie's shit, ain't nobody even gonna want to try that cookie.
Subaru, for the longest time, always saw Amelia as a faultless angel and put her on a pedestal of being this model and
everybody got
person.
their problems.
Comparing the visuals from the beginning of the series up till now makes it clearly evident that Amelia isn't a flawless person. No one is. The series shows us that even the person who you believed all this time to be perfect doesn't view themselves the same way that you do. But it's how, despite those negative feelings and emotions you have about yourself, you're allowed to love yourself and have others love you in return. Because even if you don't believe in yourself or that you consider yourself to be worthless, there are people who believe in you, and that's just as valid as anything. All this time, Amelia has always been reliant on those around her, and without the people she cares for being with her, she lacks the confidence in herself, constantly believing that she's not good enough to accomplish
Is that a Pokemon? What the
anything
hell?
of her own. She feels as if she's a burden to those around her and believes that the reason why everyone she's ever loved always seems to leave is because of her own existence. If you can't believe in yourself, then how can you believe?
Nah, man, they just didn't know what they had, bro, when they had it, you feel?
Amelia's past is tragic, and after Puck had left, her memories of the past had slowly been coming back to her. She's afraid to relive the memories because it might confirm her worst thoughts about herself, that she was the one to drive everyone away. This of course turned out to be false, but before taking on the first trial, Amelia truly believed that she was the one to cause all the bad things happening in her life. In the past, Subaru would idealize Amelia to be a perfect person, but the truth is, no one is perfect. No such person exists. ReZero shows us that it's okay to have parts of ourselves that we dislike or think is ugly, but it's
man, life would be so boring if you were a perfect ass person, you know? Imagine never ever being able to grow. Imagine if you were perfect since birth and you never were able to grow as yourself. I like being able to fall sometimes, because when you fall and then you get back up and you can achieve what you was making you fall, bro, it just feels 100 times better. But if you perfect all the time, you never can feel failure. And I feel like if a person never feels failure, I don't know, if you never go through hard times, you're gonna be blind to hard times. So I feel like people who never go through failure are the people who be like, I'm trying to say, like, clowning the people who fail because they've never done it. I wouldn't want to be a perfect person, bro.
Can we continue to better ourselves? Subaru's confession to Amelia parallels Rem's confession to him back during the first season. In this instance, Amelia was just like Subaru back then. She had pent-up anxieties about herself and had so little self-worth. But just as Rem saved him in the past, Subaru now saves Amelia from herself. It's come full circle. This is what ReZero is all about. It's not a plot-driven story, but a profound, cathartic character study about how you can learn to love yourself and those around you that you can continue to be the best version of yourself. It's really comforting to know that a series I had initially written off can now become a part of my favorites, and I have ReZero to thank for that. If you still find yourself or anyone wondering what the point of ReZero is, show them this video. It might just make them gain a new perspective. This video is the longest
it was the longest video I've seen in a minute, but still, what a great video at that, you guys. Definitely changes my perspective on ReZero for sure. It really is a good anime and a lot deeper than I thought it was. If I'm ever feeling self-doubt or anything like that, this is definitely gonna be the show I'm watching. I like how there's a lot more to it than just that dying over and over, and we have never seen that aspect of this show yet. So wait to bring it to light for us. Make sure you guys do go show Kevin and Nia some love, and go show yourself some love too, man. Give yourself, give yourself a little smooch, because you that motherfucking dude, you that motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be getting down on yourself. I know times are hard, bro. That's part of life. Life brings hard times. This is a very imperfect world, but you know, a part of me believes, bro, the world is so imperfect so that when you die, you can see what perfection truly is and appreciate it to an extent. And that's why the world is so imperfect, you know, so we can appreciate perfection once we see it. But I hope you guys do enjoy that one. Make sure you guys are getting to it, working hard, and believing in yourself. Have a great day, man, and deuces.